Hi guys, my name is Aditya Yadav. I am the CEO of Automatsky. Today I am going to be showing you the world's first quantum secure mobile phone. Contrary to popular belief, we don't have secure phones yet in the world. Those claims can be very misleading. I'll explain a bit. Now, Automatsky is the first and the only millennium firm in the world. We work on millennium problems, things that cannot be solved in 1,000 years. So we have various categories of solutions: millennium problems, centennial problems, and problems that can be solved or are worth only a decade, and business as usual problems. So today we have a small presentation to explain what we are showing you, and then we'll give you a live demo. So let's get started. Now, what is a secure phone? In your life, if you go and ask any so-called expert, can you give me a secure phone, laptop, desktop, etc.? And everyone will tell you something like install a firewall. Some people will tell you install Linux. Linux is inherently secure. Install an antivirus, update the OS and apps regularly, disable advertisements, opt out of tracking cookies and block them, encrypt the hard disk, and so on and so forth. They will tell you this brand phone has full hard disk encryption and so on and so forth. But if you realize that is not the definition of a secure phone, laptop, or desktop. And that is what we want to explain to you before we put the rest of the presentation in this context. Now, the reality is simply that the world doesn't have anything called a secure phone, laptop, or desktop. People will talk about things like we harden a infrastructure or a server or a computer or a laptop or a phone, etc. But that is more or less just patchwork and hoping and praying that you're monitoring things and auditing things and nothing will go wrong. Typically, when things go wrong, at least in the industry and the B2B world, people realize after 90 days or sometimes even after 300 days that there was an intrusion 300 days ago or 150 or 90 days ago. Now, any claims to the effect of being a secure phone, we are yet to come across anyone that is not misleading. But that's a topic for a separate debate. Now, ideally, to create a secure phone, we would need to create a phone, laptop, desktop from the ground up, from kernel layer up, from the bootloader layer level up, and design the entire hardware, software, apps from the ground up. It is not a hardware problem. You can't simply just manufacture a new secure phone. That is the naive way to think of it. Many people think of it that way. You want a secure phone, just create a new hardware and install a Linux operating system, that will be secure. No, but it doesn't work like that. Now, the problem everyone faces is that they can create a new phone. People have billions of dollars to spare. They can actually do all of this and create a secure phone. But without the rich app ecosystem or the ability to create secure, rich apps of utility very quickly, the entire effort would collapse. Imagine you create the entire world either uses a certain kind of a phone or the more popular the other kind of a phone, but you here create a phone from scratch and it has absolutely no apps or ecosystem, developer ecosystem, or money making avenues for the developers or companies, and that limits adoption to the point of failure. So what I'm trying to say is we can't really start from scratch, even though ideally we'd want to. Okay. So now there are a lot of myths about privacy. Okay. And people, I've heard so many people speak at conferences. They talk about personally identifiable information and you have to hide this, hide that, mask this, mask that, use homomorphic cryptography, etc., etc. But the reality is that statistical reconstruction of an identity just needs three different attributes of an anonymous person from the same or different sources to uniquely identify him and locate him anywhere in the US. Wow. That is the actual problem of privacy. And with all these apps on your phones, this cloud, that backup, this federated login. I mean, you want to log into a simple app and you have to log in into some other service which will then authenticate you on this app, and then a host of other services, uh, that are plugged into an app ecosystem, notifications, etc. But so all of these things, compromise privacy. So we at Automatsky take security and privacy very seriously, and like similar to security, if you have to implement a private phone, you have to implement privacy from the ground up as per the definitions of privacy. Some reasonable definition of privacy. Now, one of the biggest problems is that quantum computers, as we all know, will break all classical cryptography. They can store all your messages today, and they can break all, people can break all your encrypted messages very soon when quantum computers are available. I mean, all our applications, servers, communications, etc., whatever digital systems you have, they use cryptographic algorithms like RSA 2048, AES 256, digital signatures, hashing, etc. And quantum computers can break all of them very easily. So this is an imminent threat. At Automatsky, we have built some of the most powerful quantum computer in the world in 2014. But outside Automatsky also, people will be able to break all cryptography very soon. And that would render all our secrets in the open. Some people need to keep secrets for 20 years, 10 years, 100 years, or whatever, depending on your individual context or your organization or what you do. So this is what we did. Like I said, you need to build everything, the hardware, software, apps, from the ground up, from the kernel, bootloader, everything, every feature needs to be introspected in terms of security and privacy and implemented or removed. Now we started with an open source operating system, Android, for various reasons. We're going to explain what features we built, and we modified it from the kernel level upwards. And so this is what we made. You see this phone here? This is an actual phone, secure phone running on a hardware. So we are going to demonstrate this phone to you today. Now the only thing is I'll be projecting the screen onto my desktop and recording and sharing that. I will not be physically showing you the phone. So let's move on. Now time for a live demo. The phone is called Dark Matter version 2020. It will be released once a year, and every year it will have a different version number. Okay, give me. Okay. Now we've built this phone from the ground up. So right from the kernel level upwards, we've created isolated spaces. All applications run in isolation of each other. You can't copy memory, common attacks, hacking attacks like injection, buffer overflow, etc., trying to become root. All of those things have been protected against to a reasonable level. Now, in terms of privacy also, app makers and cloud services companies can read more than 40 plus identifiers, hardware and software identifiers on your phone to identify and relate the phone to you, your family, etc. And we've blocked those identifiers. We are using a private DNS. It has been configured, and just by, DNS is a service which converts a URL, a web URL, into an IP address so that your browser can connect to the IP address and show you the web page. Just by monitoring somebody's DNS queries, people can invade your privacy and know what you're doing, etc. So we have a private DNS, and obviously it doesn't resolve IP addresses of all the advertising services and ads. Now, I want to show you on this phone that there is absolutely no app store, and when you start this phone, there is no Google account or any kind of account that you have to configure. None of those things exist. There are no built-in cloud services, backup, restore, account services, locate my phone, notifications, etc. And there is obviously no vendor vaporware or bloatware. All of these apps that you see, in Android, the vendor can install apps that cannot be removed, and the apps that you install can be removed. So the apps that vendor installs which cannot be removed are called basically vendor bloatware. I mean, you have to live with them even if you need them or don't need them, and they'll pester you in the least, and they might record anything on the phone. So, on this phone, you just insert the SIM and you're ready to go. And there is a custom app store. This is called F-Droid. It is an open source app store, and what we do is we configure the server side, the app store from which you can load apps. For the public, we have two versions. We offer a public app store that has verified and secure apps, or for our enterprise and defense customers, we offer a private app store in which they can publish their own secure and verified apps, or third-party secure and verified apps. So this is the app store. You can actually, type something you want, a PDF or whatever, paperless or whatever, and you can install it. And okay. Now, this phone also has an extremely advanced firewall and hard disk encryption. So that is, a standard issue. We don't, and that's implemented, Now, there is a custom browser. This is a browser that people consider secure. It's an open source, source that we have built the browser from. And if you search anything, let's say my favorite is Britney Spears. I'm kind of old. Just to check if the internet is working, I usually typed Britney Spears into the browser. These are old days. I didn't understand ping or anything like that. So yes, and that's Britney for you. So now you see that the search engine configured by default, and the only option is basically duckduckgo.com. This is a search engine that is completely private, does not track you at all, compared to other search engines which track everything you do on the search, etc. Now, okay. Now, by default, we have a free chat client called Zabbur, which is an XMPP, protocol chat client. And let me see if this works, because I've been idle for too long. It takes time to connect. Okay. So that's you can chat from here. The free XMPP client is very basic for basic chat and file transfer, etc. But an advanced client can actually share screen, video conferencing, etc., audio video calls, etc. So this is installed by default on the phone. And let me close this. Now, What we also have installed is something called Proton Email and Proton VPN. Now, Proton Email is supposed to be one of the most secure emails in the world. It is classically secure, classical cryptography. The server is kept in Sweden or Switzerland. I don't remember. And the Proton VPN server is kept in the other place, Sweden or Switzerland, one of those two places. So now this secure email connects you securely from your mobile phone to the server in Sweden, and from there onwards to the open internet email systems. So it can send emails to anyone and receive emails from anyone, but it is secure from the server to your mobile phone. And a virtual private network is basically something that you can, it's also free, for life. So, and the server is in Switzerland, I think. So basically all your communication and from your phone goes encrypted to the servers, VPN servers in Switzerland, and from there over to the open internet. So if you are in a regressive economy, country, I don't want to name names, but whether there is a problem with the country or it's a war zone, you are a Army, Navy, Air Force guy, or you're a secret agent, or you're a police guy, or even if you are the VP of Facebook, Google, etc., and you want to keep your communications and your activities private for the benefit of your organization, and probably to keep your personal life private also. So you can use these basic services. I'm going to tell you what are more advanced services than this. Okay. Now, besides this, we have something called a Tor browser. It is a standard issue, standard browser used by a lot of people across the world. And some people release some secret documents with it, or your secret articles, for the fear of persecution. Now this Tor browser is basically works on an anonymity network. Let me start it. So whatever, if you open a website in this browser, and if it's a darknet website, it connects to the darknet website. If it's a free, visible internet website, it will connect to whatever Google or Yahoo.com or whatever. And what it does is your browsing activity, etc., goes over multiple hops, through hundreds of hops, eventually to the server. It is entirely encrypted. Nobody can monitor you. I'm sorry, the screen has been disabled. Okay, so it's obviously supposed to be private, so I can't capture the screen. Now that is basically a Tor browser. It works over an anonymity network. But if you want not just the browser, if you want other applications to use the anonymity network, the peer-to-peer hopping, encrypted routing, etc., before you end up to your servers, you can use an ORBOT service. And your applications can then be invisible to the people monitoring your connections. This is more advanced than VPN and secure email, which are classically secure. This is one step ahead of it. We have something better than this also. Now let me come to that. So we have one of the most advanced cameras, and the hardware has a very advanced sensor. Talking in terms of megapixels is not the right thing to do. A camera is about a lot more things. Okay, so basically, and that is the camera. Look at it. It is literally in full HD or 4K. Now let me. Okay, now. Some people use the camera to take snapshots of articles or photographs, etc., etc. Now, all the familiar Android app development tools and SDKs work on this mobile platform by default, and you can still choose to install any apps that you want from any Play Store if you choose. But I mean, we basically say that if you stick to the standard apps that we offer through our F-Droid App Store, you should be reasonably secure. Other than that, it's up to your discretion and your expertise. So now this phone can be docked with a large screen keyboard, mouse, hard disk, pen drive, using a docking station. We are we are going to have a USB-C, connector for that. Now, and it can also be paired with a laptop or a computer to extend, its services to the laptop or computer and work together. So even your computer can use the benefits of all the, features on this phone. Now, let's go back to the presentation. Now that was Dark Matter version 2020. And like we say, you will need it only once. Everything else before that would be an investment. Remember, we always tell our children and youngsters and people in general that they should wear a helmet while riding a sports bike or a bike. I mean, you need the helmet only once in your life, the day you need it the most. I mean, God forbid if something happens. But everything else before that, every effort that you put into wearing a helmet, etc., wearing guards and driving safely is just an investment and an effort before that. Similarly with Dark Matter, hopefully it will save you when you are in deepest of troubles and you need it the most and you need to get out of a situation or keep your communication secure, etc. Everything else is an investment. Now, one of the things I did not explain and I cannot show to you is that the production hardware will have a quantum chip module for secure communications. This is even better than the classical email, or a classical VPN or anonymity network, which is better than classical, but this is the best. This is quantum secure communications. That's why this phone is called the world's first quantum secure phone. Now, besides that, it has, let me show you. We have a suite of products for email, chat, file transfer, file storage, transactions, anonymity network, a whole lot of things. That is optional and you can use them if you want. We call this venture lifeatstake.com. And it basically, you might think, why do we need another email or chat or file transfer, file storage, etc. These applications are built using post-quantum cryptography. And you might have heard of things like lattice cryptography, etc. So these cannot be compromised even with a quantum computer. We try to keep the cost at a minimal but yet viable level. These services, these apps would cost you $6 per user per month plus taxes. Billed annually, but only if you want to use them. You should be reasonably secure and private even without them, but if you are in the highest risk category, you can use applications and services from lifeatstake.com. There are services that charge $200, $250 for similar apps that use classical cryptography. This is lifeatstake.com is also one of the first of its kind, but that's a separate venture, but it is mentioned here because it is available on the phone and through our F-Droid app store. Now, what are the use cases? Who do we think might have use for this quantum secure mobile phone? Individuals and consumers. I mean, if obviously business secrets also are very expensive once compromised. So we are not talking about physical security or national security only. Even business secrets, even if you are the vice president or director of a global organization or even a startup which wants to, keep its business secrets, and individual consumers, corporate executives, government, defense, army, navy, air force, police, security agencies, secret agencies, journalists and activists, people and countries with regressive regimes, which don't actually have a concept of freedom of speech or fairness in their legal systems or whatever, for whatever reason. Let me not get into that. Now, and citizens, consumers, individuals, in general. Now, what is the workflow? How will people use this phone? Initially, the Dark Matter version 2020 will probably be used as a secondary phone, and you will use your primary stock phone for things like social networks, video, popular apps, etc. But what we intend to do in the future is that we'll offer a dual boot on the phone so that you can start and use Dark Matter version 2021, or you can boot into your stock Android and use, video platforms and chatting, whatever the regular chat apps, and which obviously social networks, which we don't think, which will track a lot of the activities, but whichever, you can at least save on the hardware cost and the problem of carrying two phones in the future. So we got you covered. We are planning on that. Can someone still mess up? Yes, I'm afraid to say yes, they can. But as long as they stick to the standard issue, the applications through the F-Droid App Store, and the services and the features on the phone, they should be reasonably safe. Okay. And remember, in this phone, there is no concept of an account or whatever. You just put your SIM card, or even if you don't want a SIM card, you just switch on the phone and use it like a computer. Or if you put your SIM card, you can make calls and SMS instantly. Now it is available for pre-order today. Obviously, the idea is that we are announcing this because it is available for pre-order, and the next phase for us as an organization is to go into mass production of these phones. I already showed you the hardware phone and the entire operating system, app, services, etc. Jingbang working. Now for corporate buyers who need these phones for their executives or leaders, defense and government organizations, or even individual consumers, we don't have a minimum limit on the number of pieces you have to order. So you can order as much as one phone, or even 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 phones. Now, it is a premium phone priced on par with an entry-level iPhone. And since this is the first mass production cycle we are getting into, there is an extra long queue for this launch. First delivery will take probably a couple of months and in batches. And then slowly in batches thereafter, we are going to deliver all the entire set of pre-orders. And then we'll open it up for, regular retail purchases. Thank you so much. That's all we had for you today. Remember, this was Dark Matter version 2020, the world's first quantum secure mobile phone, built from scratch, from the ground up, from the kernel level bootloader up. Everything, every app, service, feature has been built from the ground up. And this is probably going to be the most secure phone and the most important investment you can make for yourself today. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us at info@automatsky.com. My name is Aditya Yadav. I am the CEO of Automatsky. We are a millennium firm, and we have more than 100 plus millennium inventions. And we also created the world's most powerful and first quantum computer and achieved quantum supremacy in 2014. We have a reputation to defend. Thank you. It was a pleasure.